and it's also a predominant sixes match. So we might have, you know, mTs being a little bit more comfortable on this map, a little more. Okay, well, here we go. Let me restart this. Yow! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to get started, about to kick it off live. Ginyu Force versus Menace to Society. Menace to Society in the red, Ginyu Force in the blue. I'm eXtine and joined by Soap. Let's watch how this middle fight rolls down. We got Light off, sniped down immediately by Max, but Sweater getting some damage done, and Marissa, I do believe, using that Sydney Sleeper, because Sweater already got a crits kill off of that. But it is 3 kills to 5. Ginyu, only 3 players down. Menace to Society, oh no, but Hardblue gets sniped down by Max, and things maybe changing around. It's Ruin getting some big frags. Now, Soap, what did you see in that middle fight?
A lot of bodies going down, but the most important thing is that Overseer stayed alive, so they're going to be able to take this point. They're going to be able to hold on to it with Uber.
Yeah, that is a good solid win by Ginyu, especially with Hardblue getting sniped down by Max. So maybe even though we saw a little bit of assist from that Sydney Sleeper, Max with that stock sniper rifle getting the headshot and making the difference.
Yep.
Stabby's gotten some spies on, or stabs on Light off, so he's going to be able to slow down the red engineer. That's pretty crucial. I mean, the engineer in this map is going to be playing back a little bit, getting a setup to enable your team to get back into the action quicker. So if any opportunity to slow that down is going to be beneficial.
Yeah, Overseer popped Uber there. Not sure what he's trying to do because now Hardblue has advantage.
Yeah, you don't always get a choice about when to pop Uber. Perhaps that was the circumstance. A lot of pressure might have forced that out of her.
Yeah, Hardblue's going to bring that Uber back in though, so we might see a point change here soon.
Yeah, Hardblue working the cliff side with his team, while Overseer and Ginyu over on the deck side. Uber is in as Sweater pushes forward. He's standing on top of the rock and standing tall. Hasn't really taken any damage. Max has got a good look on things, and there it is. Takes out Sweater. But with that, Hardblue going to retake. A decent amount of time taken off. They need to get some pressure, at least on Max, to stop these angles that he's getting. But Ginyu just staying back right and being comfortable with that.
Yeah, for sure. But Overseer's going to bring it right back in, just like any other Koth map. Woo!
Yeah, Noko, great stab there. I saw her hiding in that corner, and I was like, oh god. And Noko, an excellent spy. We will be seeing a huge battle of the spies here, going to be very crucial. Ginyu losing 6 right now, though.
Yeah, right after their med died, they're probably just going to try and sack for the med, try and get that med down.
Yeah, Squid getting dirty there, takes out Max and Ruin. Dispenser hiding around the corner is about the only remnant of Ginyu Force left standing. Foster is definitely a capable scout. I don't really think that switch up will hurt them. Can't remember off the top of my head who Ginyu's... is it Zalox, the standard demo man for Ginyu Force?
Yeah, Ruin usually plays scout.
Yeah, Zalox is definitely very strong. Previously underrated. I personally, when I saw him at the last ETS LAN, I was like, yeah, Zalox is for real. I think a couple other players there were very impressed with Zalox. His stock has risen, as it were, in the TF2 world, but he's not here tonight. Ruin doing a great job so far. Foster also very talented, so shouldn't be too big of an issue there.
Yeah, that's a really good force by Ginyu Force there, because now Overseer's going to have Uber advantage. She's going to bring it right back in about 15 seconds.
Yeah, and mTs, fairly aggressive hold here, which again might be some of the experience of Sixes pushing over. I'm sure this is also, I mean, it is a common Highlander strat, but in Vitas, you got to keep that pressure forward so that, like this, Overseer is forced to pop the Uber behind house. She's not even up to rock. It's already basically, it's worn off by the time they get to the point. So.
And Hardblue's going to bring it right back in. He has Uber.
Yeah, from cliffside, looking to rotate in. Sticking a Sweater, does flash a Squid. Sweater in trouble. Oh, now Hardblue. The Scarlet, the blue soldier working around, does take out Hardblue. Max gets sniped down by Marissa, so Marissa does have a nice angle. Takes out Scarlet as well.
Yeah, we're seeing really heads-up plays by these soldiers here. Pretty much every Uber has been forced by either one of the soldiers.
Yeah, that was a nice Uber from Hardblue, moving in to retake that point. And now we see as well that the Uber charges are even. This will probably benefit mTs, as if Ginyu is able to retake, at least mTs has some sort of Uber to either counter or repressure. Overseer gets stabbed again! Oh no! Only saw it in the kill feed, but that is a big loss as the Ginyu Force push going to be totally stifled here. mTs, I think this is a huge first round for them.
Wow, yeah.
You know, coming with that confidence, as we talked about before, Ginyu Force beat him 4-0. Didn't get quite a chance to express my feelings on it, which I felt like, even though it was a 4-0, that wasn't really reflective of how close that game actually was. Now that we're on a different map, mTs bringing some of that Koth knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. They're a lot more familiar with Viaduct.
Pretzel starts things off. Heavy weapons chain gun killed a max. That's kind of an odd scenario there. Ginyu has lost 3 so far. 4 on the mTs side. Actually has evened out. Nobody really on the point right now. mTs does actually starts to get a little bit better presence. Minigun on the right side. Oh, here comes the engine, the spy, Stabby. Oh, whiffs it though on Arthur. Jump in from Platinum. Just putting pressure on, working some of these angles. Nobody coming up from behind him. Now there's a scout. Platinum goes to that 180 shot, doesn't land it. Kind of getting worked out here. 67 health on Platinum. The Uber used there by Hardblue. I didn't really see anybody directly on Hardblue. I know that Platinum was low though, so maybe there was a little bit of panic. Platinum also just getting horribly picked out of the air there by Ruin.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to force their med early there. Fortunately, it didn't really work out for them because they couldn't get out.
Yeah, they're definitely getting punished on the other side. Was a weird pop by Hardblue. I mean, Platinum kind of did what he could with it, but just in the ensuing fight overall, things didn't work out. Stabby taken down as Blue trying to push pressure through Red's stair side. Oh, Noko thrown in the air as well. Nice pipe by Ruin. And Sweater working these battlements. He had a nice full buff. There is the Kritzkrieg out, so it looks like Menace to Society has decided to switch things up. Kritzkrieg can be very effective here and in Koth in general. This looks, I don't know, it's kind of one of those weird switches since Overseer has a full Uber here. We'll see how they play
She does have Uber. It's not going to really do anything, especially if she pops early enough. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, and they just lost Hardblue anyways to Ruin. I'm sure he took great pleasure in that kill. They use the medigun. As Hardblue responds here, that Kritzkrieg, if he sticks with it, it's going to be a very close differential. He might get it ahead of Overseer, but not by so much that if she plays safe, she won't be able to use that Uber in time. So Ginyu putting this round in a very winnable position for him.
Hardblue does go down.
That'll definitely slow things down. So this is where that Uber versus Kritzkrieg, you want to be running. You want to be the one with the Uber.
Yeah, that's definitely correct.
Yep. As we say that though, Noko gets a backstab on Overseer. So instantly, my words probably proven wrong as Hardblue now in a much better situation, building that Uber charge. Overseer's down, so they will have an advantage once Overseer gets back up and starts building.
We might see them push him without anyway, because they know they have heals.
Yeah, they almost should have in a sense there. I didn't completely see what the scenario was, but you know, Ginyu still controls the point. They're still taking that time off. Even though Ruin is a little damaged, now Menace to Society starting to work this. They lost Platinum.
Looks like they're just going to give it to him.
Yeah, yeah. They maybe could have contested that more, but obviously we have the commentator's perspective. Here's the crits popped. Sweater was very low. It was kind of one of those reflexive pops of like, you almost think you're still on Uber charge, so you just want to save the dude and you pop it, and it's like, oh yeah, we're on crits.
Yep.
He didn't really get much with that.
Demo's down, so Overseer's just gonna take her team in right now.
Yeah, Ruin, Stabby getting 2 kills as well on Hardblue and Arthur. Those are pretty much the 2 main targets that you want to get as a spy. And Platinum, I would pretty much say, is like number 3, so there you go. Stabby making up for a couple misses earlier. Whoa.
Yeah, Overseer's just gonna sit on this Uber for as long as she can. mTs is really going to need a force right now if they want to get this point.
Yeah, they could use Platinum in there, but Platinum I think still coming up, yeah, from spawn, using that disciplinary action. And I believe that's the Conjurer. I'll have to double check that. Oh, and Hardblue gets sniped again. It's at least the second or third snipe from Max on Hardblue. Got some fun visual bugs working here too, with the light off on my screen at least, running around with a mini sentry right in front of him. Well, he's also dropping mini sentries. Marissa gets one snipe, had a shot on Max. Wow, crazy snipe on Foster. They're getting on the point here, so we might be able to get that scenario where Ginyu just needs a retake to win, but at least Menace to Society, oh, get in there and do something. It's already
Hardblue did switch back to Uber there, so
yep,
he'll be able to play a bit more defensively.
And just like that, we do see Overseer switching over to the crits. I think this would be one of those scenarios. I mean, they have plenty of time here. If they know that Hardblue is running Uber, that will be on Uber, do a wave of suicides. You know, it's very much a viaduct strategy. You keep players back, you keep them safe, and you throw some people in there to force an Uber charge, and then, you know, take advantage of that lack of an Uber in the follow-up. Uber is forced to. About all they got was the heavy weapons guy on Ginyu's side. Stabby's down as well, so it's just 3 down for Ginyu.
Not really sure I like that play. Overseer's just going to come back in with crits.
Yeah. I mean, Ruin's getting work done. Oh, and then gets stabbed by Noko as he was getting one last sticky running forward. I mean, Hardblue had an unfortunate Uber there, but that's just kind of the meta, kind of the dynamics. You know, when a team's looking to force Uber and they get a really nice bomb on you, the only thing you can do is pop Uber. I mean, you have to give them what they want in that scenario. They tried to push forward, they tried to make something happen, but weren't quite able to, and lost a couple other players in the process. A nice crit screg from Ruin. So well played by Ginyu Force. That does take the score up to 1-1. And now we'll see how things progress here on this middle and see who can take the lead in this battle. Stabby, good patience, comes out, gets the kill on Pretzel at about the same time that Scarlet comes forward and gets a bomb from behind. Scarlet doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and more players down for Ginyu, although Overseer just respawning. I'd like to pull up the console to see who killed Overseer, but I am the cameraman, so...
Yeah, Platinum did.
Platinum did. Okay, interesting. That's a good bomb, though. That's good work. He's still alive as well, so a good middle fight for Platinum. Does get sniped by Max, though. Now Hardblue using the Uber. Realize that since Overseer went down, as long as Hardblue holds on to that Uber, just kind of accentuates the disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, Platinum's been playing this exceptionally well so far this game. I haven't seen him play that much Highlander, but he's definitely playing just as well as Scarlet right now.
Yeah, Soldier Platinum is, or sorry, Soldier and Highlander is definitely a different experience. It requires a lot. Sometimes it can be frustrating if you're a newer soldier, or sorry, a soldier more used to 6s and you start getting into Highlander. There's a lot of different things are required from your role. And Platinum right now, I agree with you, he's been doing a good job so far. The points don't necessarily show it, but it's Highlander, it's a team game, and the point system in TF2 doesn't always reward that.
Yeah, just from my perspective, he's been forcing all their Ubers early. He's definitely been getting picks, so that's really what counts on Soldier.
Yeah, it's the same thing as a roamer in 6s. You know, you just got to have that impact. Sometimes you don't get a pat on the back, but honestly, that's life. So
it's
Marissa taking out Scarlet and then gets sniped down by Max. Max, nice presence on the cliffside. Oh, good shot on
seeing Hardblue play a bit more defensively now. I'm liking that a bit more than the aggressive Ubers of the past.
Yeah, also just in terms of his positioning, Hardblue had stuck his head out a couple times and gotten sniped down. Looks like Max taken out by Noko. Good job using that revolver on his Razorback. Uber out from Hardblue. Looks like that'll be a good use to just protect the point. Overseer in a great position, though, with the Uber charge. They're all the way back by spawn, though, so they're going to have to kind of reform like Voltron and create, you know, a little bit of space to work with, then get out with that uber charge. Scarlet's here, and she's with Ruin as well, so starting to come out here. But Red just scattering, doing a good job of it. They did get Marissa and Pretzel, aka Arthur. That is a nice kill. Oh, Scarlet trying to wrap back around to protect Ruin, but Ruin is down. It's a big loss. Still a faster respawn as they're trying to get the capture here. Platinum with the jump around. Noko's, or sorry, Stabby's down because the stab on Sweater. That's a big frag. Squid down as well. So some good frags for Ginyu. They are a minute behind on these capture times in this round, and Harblu has about a 45% Uber advantage. So Menace to Society in a good position to push back in here. Platinum pretty far forward. Oh no! Harblu tried to jump in Uber to save Platinum, but not quite able to reconnect that beam and get those heals down. Blue trying to push back in through the deck. The soldiers here, Scarlet jumping back, plenty of health. He's going to be safe. And Harblu and company getting pretty aggressively here. Hopefully this doesn't backfire, though. I don't know if they have the strength to win this battle. Oh, man, look at those players going down.
It was a really nice play by Harblu to stay alive after all these Ubers, because now he's going to have advantage.
Did he surf something out of that?
I think he just backed right out of there.
Okay, yeah, that definitely a good reverse then. He knew that right time to get out of there. And on Viaduct, it's a kind of a razor-thin margin sometimes. Oof.
Yeah, so Harblu's just going to get this. Oh, he gets sniped by Max. Never mind.
Ouch. Marissa had a nice snipe there as well, but this map definitely a sniper battle, and Max playing very well so far. Ruin with a caber on Noko? Okay. Both teams just trying to get reset up here. Ginyu does control the point though, so it is in their advantage.
Yeah, Overseer's just gonna pop this, get these guys off the point, maybe try and get Harblu in the process. Looks like he's gonna get out though.
Yeah, Stabby does help to take that sentry gun down, does go down. Ginyu, pretty good position here. They are getting close to flipping over the time and getting an advantage here on Menace to Society, but Menace to Society pushing forward. Gotta find a Harblu here to make sure that he stays alive. Is at 150 with 75% on, oh my, a lot of players down for Ginyu Force. So Menace to Society capturing the point and gonna start pushing that clock down.
Very true, and he is still opting to play defensively. Still like that choice.
Yeah, it's smart. Stay back on that cliffside because there's really no opportunity to get sniped. As long as they can keep an eye out and call jumpers early, they should be safe here. No real opportunity for Stabby to get close. Just so many players. Stabby is trying to work up cliffside, but I mean, he's got to go through the pyro, past the sniper, the demo man, and the heavy weapons guy. Here comes the counter Uber. So Ginyu decided, well, let's just pressure the point. That'll force an Uber. Now they've Ubered on Ruin. They throw Sweater up in the air. Sweater's fairly healthy, though. Should be able to get the capture here to stop the round in, or prevent it, rather. Platinum with the jump in, but totally shut down by the heavy weapons guy. It's just down to 3 left, though. Scarlet's going to have to go big here, as is Arthur. A little unlikely, but they're holding pretty well right now.
Yeah, mTs has got the spawn advantage right now. I don't see them losing this.
Yeah, still a possibility of some of the players for Ginyu's in. Ruin is here. They got to take care of that heavy weapons guy. I think that's going to be the death of him, actually. Very nice flank by the heavy weapons guy. That is Arthur, aka Pretzel, working around the... Or sorry, no, Pretzel's just Pretzel. Arthur is Barney. This is where it all gets confusing. But a good flank.
Arthur is Barney. Pretzel's Pretzel.
Right. Yeah. But Pretzel, a good flank around the side to control that and get that pressure on Ruin. They just couldn't fight that many flanks at once. So mTs take that 3rd round, and they have the advantage here once again. Marissa with the snipe. Noko follows that up with a stab as well. Taking out the engineer. Oh, and it's 4 down for Ginyu Force. Arthur picks up a 2K. It's kind of a consolation. They didn't get the capture on the initial battle here. They're in a decent position here. Harblu does have a slight advantage. Good dodges by Foster with some follow-up from some teammates, putting damage on Platinum. But now the Uber charge out for both teams. Bit of a standoff here. Arthur's got to back up. Good flash on
Yeah,
the scout
demo
Foster.
down for Ginyu, so I don't think they're going to win this team fight.
No. They still have their heavy weapons guy up, but he's just down to 200 health, and Pretzel's got a very nice heal. Actually losing a few more players. Max with that snipe on Harblue, though, again.
Yeah, he's just going big tonight. That's about the 5th med pick I've seen from him.
Yeah. He's going to need to keep going big, though, because so far his frags have not been enough to just keep the advantage in Ginyu's favor. Like right here, I mean, it's like he killed Harblue. There goes out sniping Marissa once again. But you got to have a follow-up. You got to have a team-wide effort.
Yeah, definitely. Harblue's already spawned, and they still haven't made their way to the point.
Yeah, Max sniped Platinum again as well. Here's that pressure, but I mean, it's part of the thing too with Koth. Even though Minister Society might be losing here, it looks like Harblue, well, he's a little risky right now as he's on cliffside with just the demo man. But Minister Society, they put a good minute and 25 seconds on that timer. That's a very nice hold. They're pretty much halfway there. Harblue's got 90%. They should be able to get a nice clean Uber in here. Stabby rolling the dead ringer. He has to activate it. Harblue forced to use it off of that scout. Loses connection with Sweater a little bit, but does a good job of getting back in there to prevent some of the damage. But Sweater's just getting tossed around like a ragdoll. Gets taken out. Oh, and Stabby with a good action, good frag on Pretzel. Marissa in here, but it's only 4 up, 4 minutes to Society.
Overseer goes down, though. That's important.
Yeah, I did get a shot on Ruin as well, but Soldier and Pyro in the face of Harblue.
Yeah, MTS has the spawns right now. They're probably going to take this.
Yeah, they're starting to get some more frags to follow it up. They just got 3 right there, 4. And the heavy weapons guy, Barney, aka Arthur, gets taken down. So that is a nice series of 5 frags. Ruin is around, but you know, don't want to poke that head out. Don't want to get fragged here. Stabby goes down as well. The scout here for red team, that is Squid, trying to get that teleporter killed. But Abe Lincoln, I believe, was repairing it from the other side and then teleported through. That's when he got fragged. That
yeah, I think Harblue's going to elect to play a bit defensively again, so I'm liking that choice. Whenever you have advantage, I prefer it when the team plays defensively, especially on Uber.
Yeah, you know, he is forced to use it a little early here. If they can get Overseer, that's definitely going to be worth it, but I think Overseer is, yeah, running back to spawn. That was kind of a weird Uber. As you were pointing out, you know, you prefer somebody to play defensive Ubers, and then just right there, they use that Uber aggressively and try to get out there.
Overseer's purposely playing far enough away that she's able to run away from those Ubers. So when you try and go into them with it, Overseer's just going to turn around and run. It's not really working in your favor.
Sky high snipe from Max, stopping Platinum, who maybe could have gotten some good damage on Overseer there. Now is allowed to just Uber on the point very easily here. They do have an uphill battle here, though, as Ruin is forward. He gets Pretzel, but taken out. Oh, and Jolson going crazy, jumping all over the place. Gets Scarlet. Going to battle with Foster as well. Foster gets it using that pretty boy's pocket pistol. Yeah. It took me a second there, but I did nail it. Harblue's is going to use the Uber here, pushing back in. This is looking pretty good for MTS to get a 3-1 advantage here.
Stabby's on the med.
Oh yeah, Spy's on the med as well. Harblue's just barely ducking around that.
MTS has got this point.
Yeah, I think so. And then with that 7 seconds, it's going to be very hard for Ginyu. No way that Overseer is going to get that Uber in time. Well, if they finish that capture. If they keep the pressure on Overseer, though, should just be able to get a frag. Engineer's right on top of Overseer. Overseer, oh, I think did hit the Uber saw. But, yeah, I think this is going to be irrelevant. Yep, there we go.
Really good game by MTS. I was thinking Ginyu was going to take this easy into this match, but they've been playing very well.
You know, it is difficult to say, you know, predictions going into a match, how things might factor out. But I'm I thought that mTs was going to play better on this map versus Lakeside, and they appear to be pulling it off. So there you go.
Barring those headshots from Max on Harblue, I think Harblue's been playing very well, getting out alive. He hasn't been going down too much.
Yeah, and while, you know, on one sense, it's not necessarily that big of a deal, as we kind of mentioned, with the switch off between Ruin and Foster. I think they would be doing better if Ruin was on Scout and Zalox was on Demo Man. Ruin has had his moments, but Zalox is still extremely strong and has been playing Demo Man for this team all season.
Yeah, I think Ginyu would like that too. I'm not sure what the circumstances are that Zalox is not playing, but obviously we know Ruin is one of the best scouts in the game, so I think I'd rather have him over just about any scout.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes, and you know, even though I did just say that, you know, looking at the stats, which I believe that actually was Noko who pasted the stats from Sizzling Stats. Apologies, I don't have this very well set up to just kind of switch over. If they keep chilling, maybe I can set that up, but it would be a set. Let's see if I can. Why not? We can pull up some stats here.
I'm wondering, is Jolson Enigma? He usually plays Scout for them, but I'm not sure if
Jolson is Squid, actually.
Squid, yeah, that's right. That's right. You thinking about their old roster?
Sorry, what?
I was thinking about their old roster from a few seasons ago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he's top fragging right now for their team.
Sorry. I am trying to pull up some what's going on? Okay. Sorry, trying to pull up these stats and trying to get a good display of it for you guys. But failing terribly. I'm sorry. Yeah, the stats. Ruin actually has very excellent stats here on this matchup. He's got more damage per minute than anybody else. He actually 39 frags, is leading the way with frags as well. Nax with 32. Man.
Ruin's about gonna play well on pretty much any class you put him on. The decision is, are you gonna have Zalox on it as well, who's gonna perform great, and have Ruin? So you kind of get two key players playing well if you've got Zalox playing for you right now.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Foster, kind of mid-low fragging. That's something you wouldn't see by Ruin. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Still trying to get those stats going.
I got them displayed on the screen now. Stream, excuse me. Interesting. The stats definitely kind of help to tell a story, but not the end all. We do see Harblue staying alive a little bit more than Overseer. Looks like we've gone live here. Yeah, we have gone live. And mTs just needs one round to take this. That round 3, extremely crucial. mTs pulled ahead in that one. Round 4, nice results as well. So now they're in the match point scenario. Marissa getting chased down by Scarlet, obviously going to be calming that. Noko with the big stab on Overseer, though. Could really swing this mid-fight as Harblue still alive, still dishing out those heals.
Yeah, no heavy and demo for mTs, though, so I don't see this going in their favor.
Yeah, they just need to keep this fight going and then follow up afterwards and keep Harblue alive as well.
Yeah.
Platinum getting some good frags, and here comes Sweater. So it looks like that follow-up might work out. Overseer is on the scene, but does not have an uber charge like Harblue does.
Yeah, that was pretty clutch for Platinum. He managed to pull off a frag on their heavy, so kept him in the fight.
And, you know, sometimes these mid-fights on Koth maps, regardless of the format that you're playing on, it's not necessarily about that first capture. It's about holding it and establishing a long time.
Definitely. But Harblue does have Uber here, so I think he's in a position to do that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, even though mTs gave it up, they're about to flip the clock right now. But with that Uber, they're going to delay things a little bit more. And they're definitely going to be at an advantageous situation. Of course, you know, what happens after the next flip or how long mTs can actually hold this those are the questions that remain to be answered.
Probably about 15 seconds if you ask me. Overseer's coming up with Uber right now.
Yeah, they're going to need something to mix things up here. Stabby's gotten a kill on Fathom before going down. Taking that Pyro out will help that spam get forward. Does look like Ginyu's getting out here. Max also with the snipe on Squid's going to open things up. Yeah, they really let Sweater get pretty far forward. Sweater with a nice pipe on the Pyro as well. He goes down though eventually, so...
It's a really good force that Harblu's going to come right back in with Uber once he gets his demo.
Yeah, red team is pretty far back. Menace to Society going to take their time here. Max also snipes Marissa, so no sniper coverage, but they're working that right side. So the sniper doesn't really make a difference because Max is looking all the way across where nobody is.
He's working the wrong angle.
Yep,
but
exactly.
It's hard to know that as a sniper. It's kind of a...
It's a team, you know, part of the team battle, part of that team communication. Menace to Society, a pretty good push with that. Looks like they are going to be able to get this as most of Ginyu is pushed back.
We'll see. Overseer's probably going to come right back in with Uber, so we're gonna see a lot of flip flopping until one of these medics die.
Yeah, that's a good, exciting Koth play. Noko taken down, and Ginyu is down 3 players while MTS pretty much at full strength.
Sweater takes down their demo and heavy, so that's definitely going to delay Overseer long enough for Harblu to get Uber.
Sweater got out of that as well. I just want to point that out. That was not, you know, like a sack play. If he had just gotten those frags and went down, he's like, yeah, it's advantageous. But he can still lay a sticky trap, still prepare a defense. Ginyu pushing hard here though as Ruin trying to put some pressure on the cliffs. Hardblue with that Uber pop, but Overseer pops as well, protecting Ruin. They also have that Pyro on the point, getting that capture time throughout this Uber. A lot of forward pressure on Hardblue and company. The Spy is out, but Noko's going to get figured out. Or sorry, Stabby's going to get figured out. There's the blue Spy. Barely surviving, actually. There we go. Now frag down. And Menace to Society get that capture. Max with another snipe. Also still looking for more action. But that's, you know, again, that's about it for Ginyu for us.
Yeah, I think if Harblu gets this Uber up and Ginyu does not force him early enough, it's looking pretty good for MTS this round.
Yeah, Ruin's on the stair side with Scarlet. Might be able to get a frag on the heavy weapons guy. They get the capture, but they're still 45 seconds behind. And Hardblue has a 50% advantage. He's going to whittle away it now as he's maxed up. Charge is ready to go. Oh, he gets thrown forward, forced to use it. Not again. It was only really Marissa that was in danger. Sweater moves forward pretty aggressively. Gets some damage. Scarlet trying to come out here as well. Max is down. Marissa gets a snipe on Scarlet. So MTS not only captures, but it's also killed 5 players for Ginyu in the process. They're looking to push forward here and be aggressive with their defense. Sometimes you definitely got to do that. They force the Uber out. They're going to lose Sweater. So far, that is it, though. A lot of Menace to Society players just scrambling. Does Ginyu have the numbers to retake here? Oh, Fathom barely misses an axe extinguish kill there. But
yeah, looks like MTS is electing to just hold on, wait for Harblu to get Uber.
That's a good call, fair call, might as well. I mean, you don't need to be desperate, and I think that's where some of the Viaduct experience of Hardblue comes in. Even though, you know, Koth meta mechanics are going to be the same when these two teams met on Lakeside, Hardblue's so much more comfortable on Viaduct that he's just like, dudes, we just need to fall back and hold. We just need to build this Uber. Oh my god, Fathom shutting things down with that reflect, throwing both the demo and the heavy backwards. But now players for MTS on the point. 3 down for Ginyu Force. A couple other players in damage of going down as well. The capture is over though as Marissa gets it. Ginyu Force might be able to just retake here. Hardblue in a weird position with 10%. Platinum on the sides. Ginyu retakes. And Hardblue gonna have to back out.
Surprised Ginyu let Hardblue just sit there and spam needles on point.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, the point's pretty important right there.
Yeah,
so
they didn't really have the players there as well, so.
Not surprised they didn't chase him.
They need to stay alive here. Whatever happens, they need to stay alive. Hardblue moving in with the heavy weapons guy. Pretty clutch scenario, but it looks like Ginyu Force getting the frags. Oh, losing some
like
players now. We have
Ginyu.
overtime. Oh, Oh, God.
Just stabby.
Oh, just like that.
Wow.
Wow. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to do it. Marissa
That's a complete flip-flop. Complete flip-flop from what we expected.
Yeah, 4-1 is the scoreline for Menace to Society. Ginyu Force just flees out of their own server. And, wow, pretty devastating defeat at the hands of Menace to Society.
Yeah, I've got to hand it to Max, though. Even though his team was losing, he was getting incredible snipes all game long.
Yeah.
He must have had at least 13 med picks that game.
Yeah, it was a really good, well-played game by Max. Noko has kicked us, I guess, the stats for that quote-unquote second half, even though it did only turn into one round. Let's see again. Okay, yeah, that pulled up pretty well. There you go. You see the stats there.
I got probably 7, actually, now that I think about it. Do you have the sizzling stats somewhere?
Yeah, I got it posted up. 7 what?
7 med picks for Max, I think.
Oh, man.
Let's see, 0.
Yeah, sorry, not quite sure what. This is the second half that I'm looking at right now. You see, Max had 10 frags, 5 deaths. That's a good ratio. Marissa 6 and 6. Also, just going back to the first half, Max with a 32-17 ratio. Definitely going crazy compared to Marissa, who was 22, 4, and 23. Max had 6 medic picks in the first half, 0 in the second half. So well played by Max. Unfortunately, the rest of Ginyu not quite able to fall in line and help their dream of a victory here in the upper bracket finals become a reality.
Yeah, I'm going to check the bracket to see who they're going to play next week.
Well, it does come down to that second match. That's Kip and Brick. We're covering over on eXtv Esports 2, which she is still in game.
I was expecting Street Hoops to win that, but who knows after this match.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, so... Well, thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We had a great crowd here tonight. I looked over, I saw 400. Oh, and looks like Kip's jumping in here.
I think Street Hoops just won.
Yep, 4-0. So, again, looks like AG not quite able to take it. mTs going overboard and getting the victory there, taking care of business.
So, I think the matchup will be Street Hoops versus mTs next week on Upward. Next Monday.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty good. That's going to be pretty good. I think that favors Street Hoops. You know, we talked about it briefly. mTs, maybe some of their players a little bit more, you know, sixes orientated, have that background. And I don't know, you might want to point to Street Hoops on any sort of payload map. Soup, what's your thoughts on that? Do you agree with that?
Well, we definitely remember mTs went with TS, the Syndicate, way back in Season 8 on Upward. So they do have finals experience.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of their players are the same from that season, so I don't know, it should be a good game.
Yeah, I think that'll definitely be a good game. We will be having some lower bracket action coming your guys' way on Thursday. I believe that is still the default start time, as in 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Kip will be organizing that. I'll drop a eXtv group announcement. And of course, if you guys are subscribed to our Twitch channel, you will see us going live. That should be a great lower bracket matchup. Not entirely sure which one we will be covering.
I think AG versus BPM, and then it's going to be Ginyu versus Dead Ringer Storage.
Yeah, maybe
those are the two lower brackets.
Yeah, we'll see what we cover. I don't think we're gonna have the resources available to do a double coverage then, but we will be picking one of those games, perhaps the AG game. Both of these games, the other game from this evening as well, will be going up on our YouTube. next week, next Monday, we will be having a week of vacation due to Thanksgiving. UGC just deciding, well, you know, there's some people might just have that whole week off, not be at school, whatever. So there will be a week break from then on. But then we will have that upward scheduled for December 2nd. And then the playoff finals scheduled right now for Monday the 9th. So there you go. Well, Soap, any final words from you? You want to give any shout outs?
Yeah, actually, shout out to Steve C Gaming, Honest Gamers. Shout out to Shu, and shout out to everyone on Ghetto Afterthought.
Yeah, there you go. Steve with a C, definitely, I'm definitely a fan as well. He's a good guy. But that is going to do it for us tonight.
I guess I have another one, sorry. Shout out to Femme Fatale and Elena Morning, my favorite mix admins.
Nice, yeah, Elena Morning, awesome. I will second that motion. Also, shout out to Cold for running that production on the other side. As he says, why no heart for Cold? There you go, buddy. But thanks to everybody for watching, for showing up tonight. It was a great night for UGC Highlander. We appreciate the support. Please keep watching. Also, just brief FYI, we are having technical issues with the October top 10. Unfortunately, basically demos from before the Halloween update broke. So we're having issues looking at those October demos. We then informed Valve. Valve is helping us out with it, but still they're very busy. They're not going to spot check all of our top 10 demos. Maybe we can get that one out. If we still continue to have issues, we might just skip it and move on to November, which would be unfortunate because we've had a great streak going for you guys. But that's what's going on with the October top 10. And in the meantime, you know, we're just going to keep casting. We might try to plan something for next week, but I might also go make plans with some friends of mine. Once we get through this UGC season, nothing is set in stone. eXtv would like to organize some Monday night broadcasts to continue just holding down in the UGC off season, continue to hold down that 9:30 Eastern slot that we've been broadcasting these every single week. So next week we may not be broadcasting, but the week after that we will have the finals for you. And when the season is off, we will be trying our best to organize some stuff for you guys as well. So thanks again for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to do it for us tonight. I'm your host, eXtine, joined by Soap tonight. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out.